Yeah, we are live again. My name is Alan Roberts, the Angry Bald Man, that motherfucker. Thank you for joining me. This is part two to Alexandra Rodriguez live star herself on video. Um, now, I did shit. I did a little over 5 minutes of this yesterday, and then realized I wanted to come back and do some more. Alexandra Rodriguez is a known, like, kind of internet personality. She's known for being fat as fuck. She's known for being fat as fuck and complaining. Let's be real. She is known for being fat as fuck, lying about shit. Let's see, what else is she known for? Lying, being fat as fuck, complaining, thinking she's much more attractive than she actually is. She's known for these things. Anyway, she has recently announced that she is pregnant. And once again, Alexandra, I say to you, congratulations. Please start taking your life seriously. Grow the fuck up. And that's what we should be doing, is telling her to grow the fuck up. If you want to be somebody's mother, grow the fuck up. Grow up, you crazy person. But yesterday we went over a few things where one of the things I believe she even said was that she thinks that she weighs a lot because she's worked out forever when she has almost no fucking muscle mass. This woman is fucking just holy shit, stupid. Just dumb. Is just dumb. Real quick though, I'll answer this one. Catherine Weldon, for no morbidity, the dose of 3 capsules a day seems high. Is that the loading dosage? I'm seeking some help to drop about 50 pounds, but menopause is stalking me around the rim. That is not a loading dose. That is the actual tested doses, like the human clinically studied tested doses of each of those ingredients for their effectiveness. Is each one of those is in there. That's we had to put in 3 capsules because ingredients in it, or excuse me, for the 4 ingredients in no morbidity, we had to put in 3 capsules because we needed I think a couple grams of the Slimaluna and those sorts of things. So that is the actual dosage that you should be going by. Okay, now back to this. Get off me. Anyway, bug on my face. Anyway, here we go. I might as well get to it. Alexandra Rodriguez being completely attacking me. Alexandra Rodriguez being completely delusional about, well, going to the gym. We're going to back up a little bit and go from here. I am going to present. So for those of you that don't know, this was her earlier complaining about her OBGYN visit because they told her true shit, that there is a BMI cutoff for the clinic. Many OBGYNs have a BMI cutoff. It's normally over 35. So she's just kind of admitting that her BMI is over 35, which is funny. Her waist to height ratio, she bitches about BMI earlier, even though not realizing that BMI will actually have her at less of a risk than waist to height ratio. Waist to height ratio, she's super fat as fuck. And that's just reality. She's huge. Big woman. Big woman. Lost 100 pounds to weigh 300 pounds. Lost 100 pounds to weigh 300 pounds. And she did it to get pregnant. Now, here's the suggestions. You are not eating for 2 people. You have already eaten for multiple people for many years. You should likely gain very little weight, if any weight at all. Your pregnancy is massively high risk, which is why the clinic didn't want to fucking deal with you. That and you bitch and complain for a fucking living about this shit. Like, you have bitched and complained. You literally said, this woman literally said that her weight loss surgery didn't work. She claims to have had a duodenal switch. That is where they reroute the bottom of your stomach to halfway through your intestines or halfway through your small intestines. They take away a massive amount of absorption area, and that's what the duodenal switch does. It causes malabsorption versus the being physically not able to eat as much. Now, you can normally have both. People normally get the gastric sleeve first, and then they go straight for the duodenal switch. And a lot of times when people go to do duodenal switch first, they do the duodenal switch. Blah, blah, blah. They do the duodenal switch first because the duodenal switch has a tendency to reverse type 2 diabetes, just like that. And they don't know why. They don't know why. But that's why a lot of people, if they do go first to the duodenal switch instead of the gastric sleeve, it's to help with their diabetes. But I wouldn't want to wait on. I wouldn't wait on you. I wouldn't want to have you in my clinic either. You openly bitched about how a surgery didn't work. Like they physically rerouted your goddamn plumbing, and you fucking like gastric bypass is a duodenal switch, I believe. Anyway, here we go. You would think just eating less would be better than now hang on. Some people need these surgeries. I am not against the surgery necessarily. I used to be very against it, but I'm not necessarily against it. I think that for her, here's the problem. She doesn't want to admit that she's the problem, and she's the fucking problem. That's right, it is. Now, gastric bypass. Hang on, she had bypass then. Give me a second. I just described duodenal switch. Sorry, the puppies got me fucking. They went home. I'm not getting a puppy today. For those of you that weren't here for the earlier video, I live in the country now, and 3 puppies just kind of ran up onto my porch, and I had one picked out already, and they went home. So I'm a little sad right now. Gastric bypass refers to the technique where the stomach is divided into smaller upper pouch and lower pouch and remains. Okay, so she had that done. Great. Great. So either way, she should. I mean, fucking insanity that she should have lost a lot more weight. But anyway, that's where we're at here. Let's listen to her own words, though, shall we?
Me heavier, and with that, it makes my BMI so much higher.
Oh, this is.
And as someone who's worked out now for over, I recently lost 100 pounds over the last couple of years when I had gastric bypass, and I've kept like 95% of it off.
So you've kept 95 pounds off because you see 95% of 100 is 95 pounds. I know math is hard and shit, but no the fuck you haven't. Just saying, no the fuck you haven't.
So I have a long history of struggling with weight, and I just hate BMI so much because I am very heavy.
Because you hate BMI because it tells you the truth. You hate BMI for the same reason you hate just about everything else, because it tells you the fucking truth. Like how are you going to be somebody's parent if you can't be truthful with yourself? How are you going to be somebody's parent if you can't be truthful with your own fucking self? It's fucking crazy, right? I hate BMI because I'm heavy. You hate BMI because what it tells you. Again, if we did waist to height ratio, you'd register as fatter than a fucker. Like, you really would. You'd register as even fatter because you are fat, unhealthy, low muscle mass.
Very muscular, like a high percentage of my. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of fat in there too.
You are not very muscular. Who told her this? Like this. Did this come from Tess? Like somebody in the chat, they keep saying like her and Tess are friends. Did this come from Tess that you think you have a lot of muscle mass? We have seen you. You do not have a lot of muscle mass at all whatsoever. If anything, I would be worried about your upper body muscle mass because it's that low. It's that low. You do not have a lot of muscle mass. Reality exists.
I'm not saying I'm like not fat, but I have a lot of muscle.
Oh, good.
It makes me heavier, and with that, it makes my BMI so much higher. And
if that were the case, waist to height ratio would register you as healthy. Like if you weren't if you were by BMI standards morbidly obese, BMI of over 30 fucking 5. If you have a BMI over 35, you're unhealthy. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't even care if you're a bodybuilder. If your BMI is over 35, you are not healthy. That's too much fucking weight for your fucking joints to be taken.
Someone who's worked out now for consistently over the last year, who's worked heavily.
We've seen your workouts.
On eating more balanced, who's lost a significant amount of weight, who has like perfect blood work, perfect.
You've lost 25% of your body mass in 2 years, basically, I think, with fucking surgery. And you still weigh over 300 pounds. That's not significant. That's a temporary pause.
Blood pressure, like, I just hate BMI so much. I just think there are a million and one other better ways to.
And by the way, I'm going to point out one more time, and I mean this, and I encourage all of you to do so also. If she does have this baby, which I hope that she has I hope she has a healthy pregnancy. I hope Alexandra Rodriguez grows the fuck up, actually starts acting like an adult, gets her fucking shit together. But I'm telling you this right now, if she actually does have this baby, the very fucking first time that she is driving and recording with the baby in the car, I am going to relentlessly, and I mean fucking relentlessly, call the police department in her area for reckless endangerment of a minor. And I encourage all of you to do so also. And I'm sorry, and if that gets me in trouble with YouTube, I don't give a fuck. But driving while recording is fucked up to begin with. You're endangering yourself and the other people on the road. She said earlier in this video that she is just going for a drive to think shit through. So you decided to risk other people's fucking health because you're fucking literally fucking, decided you wanted to go for a drive and record yourself. The dog is in the car. Oh, I'm calling. No, I mean, fuck. What the fuck? I mean, it's bullshit. And there's no, like, there's no, the baby is in the car. I get that. I get what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying here. So here we go.
Measure health, and it's honestly just another way to discriminate against fat people and show
you are not discriminated against. Fat people are not discriminated against. Fat people in America are the most catered to, privileged fucking people we have. There is no more privileged person on the fucking planet than the American obese person. It takes a certain level of insanity to not see your own privilege when you can both afford to and have access to enough food to glutton yourself to a state of such fucking fatness that you can barely fucking move, and then have the rest of society share in the burden of any surgeries, treatments, or anything like that you need to then help you not eat yourself to fucking death. Because that raises the prices for everybody on insurance and everything like that. It takes a special, horrible kind of person to think you are discriminated against when society fucking caters to you and you are, in fact, a burden upon all of us. This woman is a burden upon society. Period. Period. You are not being discriminated against. You, in fact, are a fucking burden upon society. You are one of the more privileged people there is.
that society just wants to cater to a specific kind of person. So when she said,
yeah, we've been catering to your fat ass for a while.
Says this, my heart immediately drops because I actually had just had a scare a couple days before with some bleeding, and I'm already going into this appointment very anxious. Just
because you're fat as fuck. Why are you trying to get pregnant when you're still 300 pounds? If there's a 3 at the end of if there's a 3 at the beginning of your number when you're a woman, you shouldn't be trying to get pregnant. It's dangerous for you, dangerous for the baby. It's going to be complicated. It's going to fuck you up. You're going to get fatter. Lose all the fucking weight, then try to get fucking pregnant. Why the fuck are you trying to get pregnant at 300 plus pounds? 200 plus pounds, unless you're a very tall woman, is still fucking high to get pregnant because it's going to cause gestational diabetes, or it's going to cause preeclampsia, or it's going to cause a billion other fucking things. Being pregnant is that you're growing a fucking human. Maybe take it seriously one fucking time, just one fucking time.
Dying to like make sure the baby still has a heartbeat, make sure everything looks okay. And this is like the first thing that's kind of dropped on me in my appointment, and I'm kind of just taken aback, and like I'm choking back tears immediately. Like, I am hormonal. Even if I wasn't hormonal, I'm choking.
The tears should be because you did this to yourself. You should be upset with yourself, nobody else. Like, for real, that's who you should be upset with, is yourself and no fucking body else.
Back here, like, this is a lot of information to just be dropped on me when I'm already highly emotional, exhausted, scared shitless of losing my baby, etc. And she's like, yeah, we put it into practice last summer, but like there was no empathy behind it. It was like I was kind of expecting her to be like,
you should have a man-to-man talk with her husband. Bring it. You think that's gonna make me fucking pause? Fucking bring it. My name is Alan Roberts. Look me the fuck up. I don't give a fuck.
I know it sucks. I'm sorry. Like, I don't agree with it. But she would just kind of said it in like this tone. I was just like, yeah, get out of luck. She's like, at least you're early in your pregnancy, so.
So what's the problem here? Like, they said they can't deal with you because you're too fucking fat. Welcome to reality. The problem is them not telling you this. The problem is you being too fucking fat. Like, that's the fucking reality.
It won't be hard to switch, but I will say you're only 10 pounds away from hitting that limit.
I agree with that. Fucking embarrassing.
Do you think you could only gain 10 pounds during your pregnancy? And I'm like, no. I mean, I haven't gained.
Listen to this.
Tone. I was just like, yeah, get out of luck. She's like, at least you're early in your pregnancy, so it won't be hard to switch. But I will say you're only 10 pounds away from hitting that limit. Do you think you could only gain 10 pounds during your pregnancy? And I'm like, no.
Look at the look of terror on her face. Only gain 10 pounds? You're 300 plus fucking pounds. The only weight you should gain should be the fucking baby. And I don't know why I just said baby like that, but it is what it is. You should gain almost no weight. 10 pounds? I'm shocked that they fucking gave you 10 pounds because for BMI of 30, it's normally between 10 pounds and 18 pounds or something like that. You're BMI of fucking 35 or more. So, I mean, you're very fucking big. Very fucking big. I mean, you're going to balloon up. So if you're going to balloon up to like 360, how do you think that's going to go for the baby? You're already fucking spotting here. This is why, first of all, I believe I said in previous videos that this woman shouldn't be trying to get pregnant because she's going to end up fatter than fuck. She's going to gain 100 pounds during pregnancy because she hasn't dealt with any fucking food issues. She's going to be hormonally hungry. She's going to then talk herself into thinking she's eating for 2 people when she's clearly been eating for 3 or 4 people for many fucking years. And it's going to be a problem. I've said this many, 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 many fucking times. But let's be goddamn real. This is not what you should be doing. You should not be bitching about people telling you the fucking reality of shit. You should be trying to fucking take the advice and lose some fucking weight, or at least fucking not gain any more fucking weight, because you decided to get pregnant and have a super high risk pregnancy for both you and the baby because you just want it. Because you want to be pregnant, because you want to have a baby. If you really wanted to have a good pregnancy and really wanted to have a baby, a healthy child that you can nurture, that your world becomes around, not that becomes like a little fucking accessory for you to show off in your videos like we all know you're going to fucking do. If you really wanted to have a healthy child, you'd grow the fuck up and get serious about your goddamn health. How hard is that shit? It's one of the reasons why I stay fucking healthy. My son is grown. My son is grown, but I'm not done being his dad. Plus, there's possibility of grandchildren in the future. And I'm going to be 90 years old, great grandbaby in my hand. Nobody worried about me fucking dropping that motherfucker.
I mean, I haven't gained anything yet, but I'm only 10 and a half weeks. Like,
I haven't gained anything yet, but hold on. It's coming.
I've got a long way to go. Do I feel comfortable? Like, I will hit the cap of the BMI limit if I gain 10 pounds. She's like, we can still care for you and have you in the practice until you gain the 10 pounds if you want to wait to switch, but I'm sure you want to switch sooner to get more comfortable with and build a relationship with your new doctor. And like, my mind is just swirling. It's swirling. And when she said, like, you think you could only gain 10 pounds? I'm like,
it's swirling. My mind is just swirling. Oh, people told me so much of the truth in one fucking day.
I'd have to lose weight at that point during my pregnancy because between the baby and fluid and water weight, like, there's just no way. There's just no way. And I'm kind of just like, I'm kind of panicking at this point because I'm like, well, where do I go? Because I don't know. I'm freaking out, honestly. I'm like, so where do I go? I just kind of blurted that out. And she's like, well, honestly, blank and blank, it's like another hospital arm, is the only.
So they're giving you options of a clinic that can actually help take care of you. The babies are gone. If you see Domino, tell her I love her and she has a home. Sorry, I'm telling my wife that she finds the puppies. The puppies walked away. Anyway, I'm sorry. I lost track.
No way. And I'm kind of just like, I'm kind of panicking at this point because I'm like, well, where do I go?
So the clinic that you say discriminated against you. I love how people just throw the word discrimination out. The clinic that said, okay, We have a cap, but if you want to stay until you hit the cap, we'll keep you here until you hit the cap. But this place can take better care of you, and it's better for you and the baby, basically, because they are suited to take you. That is not discrimination. That is them trying to get you the best fucking care possible. You privileged piece of shit. God damn. I mean, what the fuck?
I don't know. I'm freaking out, honestly. I'm like, so where do I
No shit, you're freaking out because you know that everybody's right and you're fucking not.
go? I just kind of blurted that out, and she's like, well, honestly, blank and blank, it's like another hospital is the only one that's going to take you, like that. And I'm like, now I don't have a choice now. That's the only hospital that will take me without a BMI limit. And she said it's because the only reason is because it can be riskier if I need anesthesia during the birth, which doesn't even
Which is 100% fucking true.
ever always happen. You know, it's not.
No, it doesn't always happen. If it fucking did. She's like, it doesn't even always happen. Well, I got a newsflash for you. If you balloon up how you think you're going to balloon up, there's a high chance it's going to happen for you. And that's what they're looking at. They're looking at you unable to, even after weight loss surgery, to get to a healthy weight or a healthy-ish weight. You're not even at a healthy-ish weight. You're still fat as fuck. What, like, they're looking at you and they're saying, we can't deal with you. This is unsafe for you and the baby. And you're now putting them on blast because you're saying they discriminated against you. You're a horrible piece of shit human being. You really are. These people are trying to help you. They're being way nicer to you than you fucking deserve, frankly. And you're now trying to trash their fucking business. If I was in this clinic, I would be suing the fuck out of her. She claims that they discriminate against her when she is not. That is fucking very serious. And she has a large platform. I would sue the fuck out of her. I mean, absolutely just fucking, I would own everything she fucking has. She's basically trying to ruin their business because they told her shit that made her have, like, real feelings. Like she had to, like, confront reality. So she's pissed about it.
I don't know. I just think it just felt absolutely shocking. And like I told a few close friends about it, and they were just like, "What?" And they're thin. They're like, "I didn't even."
I told the people. This translates to I told the people I knew were going to tell me exactly what I wanted to hear. I went and I didn't want to listen to the doctor that told me I was too fat to safely deliver with them. That gave me where I could where I could get good adequate care, and I didn't want to listen to anything they said. So I then went and talked to my friends who are going to take my side no matter what. Yeah, that's really, really healthy. That's not mentally fucking ill or anything like that. Come on. You are pregnant. Start taking this shit seriously. You are pregnant. Real quick, I got a few people I wanted to get to. All this, the excuse. Yep, exactly. She's a total food addict. That is the face of addiction. You can see, like, oh, like when they said, "Do you think you'd only gain 10 pounds during your pregnancy?" And she's like, "What?" Like, you're already 300 pounds. If, like, you're not even going to try, you're not even going to try, you know? Altaf. My grandfather recently passed away at the age of 95. He was never fat. He used to do yoga daily till the age of 87. Take care of your body. That's awesome. That's another reason why we do yoga. By the way, you can join our app. Crystal does live classes all the fucking time. Please check those out. And all these people, thank you very much for the donations. I truly appreciate it. You think that the potential to unalive her unborn child by feeding her clear addiction to food would scare her? That's the thing. Like, she's more concerned about her, and that's the problem. I feel bad. I feel bad for her. Well, I feel real bad for the baby, but I feel bad for how crazy she is. You know?
Even know that was like a thing. Like I would never even have to think that's a thing because of thin privilege, and like you just don't even think that is something that people would deal with. And it just made me feel
there is no such thing as thin privilege. None. Zero. There is only obese consequences. There's no such thing as thin privilege. I can tell you know why? Because I've been fat. And people didn't. I don't have privilege now that I'm thin. I have shit that I fucking earn. You have shit you fucking earn too. You earned the consequences of being obese. I've earned the consequences of not being a fat fuck. There is no such thing as thin privilege. You people are fucking ridiculous. You, this woman, and people like her are the most privileged people in America, as I've talked about earlier. For them to try to act like we have privilege when they're the reason why food prices go up, insurance prices go up, drug prices go up, and in fact, in 2020, we were so terrified of a cold that because we had so many elderly people and fat people that we thought it was wise to close every fucking thing because we were worried about people like Alex here getting a cold that for normal people, and when I mean normal, I mean people not fat as fuck. For normal people, it was a cold. It wasn't even deadly. But for this woman, it could have been very dangerous because fat as fuck. So we closed the world down for you. How is that not privilege? Thin privilege. You can fucking kiss my motherfucking ass. Thin privilege shit. Shut
The
the
way it was
fuck up.
delivered, especially, like, it sucks enough. And I'm like, why did no one, don't you think when this was put into
The way it was delivered, like reality, and them offering you different shit, them offering you alternatives.
play last summer, like a notice should be sent out or something? Don't you think like people should be notified? I would have switched providers
You just got notified. They notified you.
immediately because I don't want to have to worry about if I gain 10 pounds, they're going to boot me. And what if I show up on delivery day?
It's because you're 300 pounds already. That's the fucking thing. It's because you're 300 pounds already. She says 10 pounds as if it's like, it's only 10 pounds. You're already a building. Like you are already a fucking fridge of a human being.
Day, and I thought I only gained 10 and I gained like 11. Are you going to say no delivery here? Like,
nope. Yes, they should. They absolutely should because you didn't listen. They absolutely should.
What? I'm just, I don't know. I'm very disappointed.
I'm very disappointed in you too, Alex.
I just didn't even think this was something I would have to worry about. And I know there's going to be.
You didn't think it was something you had to worry about? How is it that this woman has literally had surgery to try to lose enough weight to get pregnant and she hasn't thought about this? You are showing like every time you keep opening your mouth, you are showing how parenting is going to really be a problem for you. Like, so you had no forethought about this. You realize that every time you say something like that, it makes it seem like you are woefully unprepared to be a parent, like woefully unprepared. Like, it's going to be very, very, very bad. It's going to be very ugly. It's going to. This is not going to be a fun experience that you think it's going to be.
People who are like, they have every right to do that. You need to lose weight. Like it's not their fault you're fat. It's not your fault you're heavy.
It's not their fault you're fat. They're trying to take care of you. They're not doing anything to you except trying to make sure you get good care. You realize that, you fucking privileged, selfish piece of shit, right? Like you are making a whole long video about how they mistreated you. People that love you that are also crazy, they're going to look this place up and they're going to give this place a hard time because you're lying about them and you're making it seem like they did something negative when they were trying to fucking take care of you. It's fucking crazy.
You're clearly not a bigger person, and this doesn't. If you,
Bigger person, I see what you did there.
you must know someone in your life who's bigger, and can you imagine this happening to them? It's just
Yes. You know what I would tell them? Well, good. That way they're making sure that you're able to get proper care. That was awfully nice of them to let you know that, you're going to be taken good care of, you know? I mean, that to me, that's the fucking reality. Like, yes, absolutely. It's a very good thing. Give me a second. Sorry. Thought I saw something in the comments that I wanted to answer, but I didn't.
scary. And now, I mean, yes, it's early. To me, it doesn't feel so early.
Hang on a second. 606 watchers. It's actually 906 because there's 300 people. There's 300 or so people watching on Twitter also. Or 200. There's 200 some people watching on Twitter. So, but thank you.
Early. 10 weeks for me feels incredibly far because I'm so grateful to have even made it this far right now. And to have a bomb dropped on me when you think you're settled. I love my practice. It's easy. I'm used to the routine. I love going there. To have this put on you where it's like, okay, well now you gotta find something else. It's like, it's just another layer.
Hang on a second. If you're looking, it's sold. It's selling quickly at Sprouts, so we're re-upping them right now. Here we go. One more time.
Of stress with pregnancy that's already so stressful. Oh, I don't know. Talking about these things, it's important. As hard as it is, and as much as it opens me up to direct criticism, it's
that you 100% deserve.
It's important to talk about because I genuinely did not know.
See, but the thing is, we're not talking about it. You are lying and trying to paint a perfectly good clinic, pregnancy clinic, OBGYN, as negative when they actually did do everything they could for you. They fucking made it so you could, they made it so you could find another doctor that could take care of your fat ass.
Know that this was a thing. And I did talk to one of my plus size friends who had a baby already, and she didn't know that she didn't encounter this. She lived somewhere else. She didn't encounter this, but she did experience like weight discrimination at one of her appointments where the doctor was like, "You're
No, she did not. She did not she did not. No, she did not.
obese and gonna die," when she got pregnant. It's just like,
yeah, because it's a super fucking high possibility. You're fat as fuck, woman. You're very, I mean, uh, you're very lucky that that it's not caused problems already, but you could easily die from this. Like, I hate to be laughing, but like, how can you not see this? You could easily die from this. Like, this pregnancy could easily kill you. This is not a question. This is not a guess. This is not, I don't need to be a doctor to say this, but being fat as fuck and pregnant is very dangerous for you and the baby. 100% of the time. It is a very high risk. You are high risk literally because you're fat as fuck.
I have seen so many incredible healthy plus size pregnancies online that people share, and actually that I've even known in person. I just hate this stigma with size and health and pregnancy. And it's not to say that
the stigma with size and health and pregnancy. You mean data and reality? They're not saying it for no fucking reason, you loon bag. It's because it's real. Fucking crazy person. Jesus fucking Christ.
There can't be issues from weight, but it's not always going to be from that. And it's not something that we can always just pin it on, put everything on weight. It was just very...
No, and even if you can't put everything on weight, as an newsflash, it's a possibility no matter what, so therefore you shouldn't be fat as fuck when you're trying to get pregnant. It is not stigma. It is reality.
Very dehumanizing yesterday for her to drop this.
Well, you've eaten yourself to deformity, so dehumanizing is what you deserve, frankly.
On me, and then like,
I'm very upset. This woman is still just fucking driving around, fucking filming. The longer she drives around, the more angry I'm getting because she's endangering herself, her unborn baby, the dog in the car, and anybody else on the road. So,
Then she's going through with the exam. My robe was a little too small. I could barely close the front of it.
No, you're just too fucking fat. The robe wasn't too small. Wording matters. Wording matters. The robe's not too small. You're just too fucking fat.
Sitting there just like naked with a too small robe on.
With a human-sized robe, you're just not human size anymore.
Receiving this news and then having to have like my legs in stirrups, feeling so like just awkward and dehumanized. That's like the best way I can say it. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna even post this. It's kind of just me processing everything.
You absolutely fucking knew you were posting this shit. There's probably like 20 fucking takes of her trying to fucking get emotion and shit like that. You absolutely motherfucking knew you were posting this shit. Shut the fuck up. Why lie? Well, that's what you do. So, and by the way, to Alex's team, anything like that, if you would think of, I have to go through this all the time because this avoids shit. Because this is what happened the last time somebody tried to do this, and I'm not going to disclose who it was. It wasn't V-Shreds, but somebody else. If for some reason you think you're going to take me to court because I said shit about you that hurt your fucking fee-fees, I would think twice because that would give me right to, first of all, I would absolutely go to court. I'd make content about every single fucking day. I would record every fucking thing and I'd countersue you for everything you fucking own because very frankly, I would have the right of discovery and I could prove you're lying about many fucking things. You would give me the right to your medical records. You would give me the right to your food bill. You would give me the right to your credit card statements about your food. You would give me the right for everything if you would try to take me to court. So I would just, for the record, maybe think twice before you do something that's stupid because it will be the end of you and it will only help me. So if you want to help me and you want to end your social media career, take me to court. And then in my disclosure documents, I can post I can post exactly how many fast food meals you ate. I can post how many times you went through a drive-through. I can post how many times you did this, did that. I would get access to the entirety of your medical records because I'm saying you're lying about a lot of shit. Have a good day.
Loud. It just happened yesterday. Thank God the baby's fine. At the end of the day, that's all that matters, especially since we had the scare a few days.
If that is all that matters, why are you fat as fuck? The baby's okay, that's all that matters. Then why are you fat as fuck? If all that mattered was the baby being healthy, why haven't you done stuff to make sure the baby stays healthy? Why be where you're at and stay in a high risk pregnancy? Why not take the clinic seriously and be like, oh, so I can't gain 10 pounds? I won't gain 10 pounds. Why not take them seriously? Because they're telling you that you're putting the baby at risk. They're telling you this. They are telling you that you selfish woman, are putting the risk. They're telling you that. So if that is all that matters, if it's all that matters that you the baby's healthy, what's the fucking problem?
Days before yesterday. So now to find a new doctor.
For fuck's sake, there's 5 more minutes of this shit?
I just wanted to share this, talk about how I don't think it's right, and I want to know if you guys have ever encountered anything like this before. And if you have,
Reality? I encounter reality every single day.
and you're comfortable sharing, I'd love to see in the comments your experience. I mean, I was going to say, please be kind, but that's not going to stop anyone who's not going to be kind.
I am being I am being kinder to you than you're being to yourself by saying this. Lose fucking weight if you're going to be a parent. You should have already I'm this is think of this as like, you know, I'm old enough to be your dad, so think about it that way. The nicest thing anybody can say to you is lose weight. You're fucking huge. You clearly have some sort of addiction with food, binge eating, something like that. You clearly have problems with food. You clearly lie about how much you're eating. You clearly eat way too fucking much. You clearly give very little shits about yourself and are very egotistical at the same time. You care nothing about your physical actual health. You care about appearance and you care about how you feel about you. That's it. Okay? The nicest thing anybody can ever say to you, Alexandra, is lose fucking weight and grow the fuck up. So I'm going to tell you from the bottom of my deep, dark, black ass heart, grow the fuck up and lose some fucking weight if you want to be a parent. Because this shit's going to kick your fucking ass. I mean, you are so incredibly immature. This shit's just going to beat the fuck out of you. You are not even close to ready for what's about to happen. You're not even close.
Several days later.
Okay, it felt fitting to do the second part to this video also in the car. So
Yeah, let's hop back in the car, look at the camera, and try to fucking run people over. Who the fuck cares, right? Let's get back into the car and fucking go for a drive and risk everybody on the fucking road and you and your fucking unborn child. Why the fuck not, right? Driving while you're fucking filming, you piece of shit.
I have a silver lining to this whole situation. So
Looking.
Was it Krispy Kreme? Was there silver lining Krispy Kreme? Weird placement. Get the fuck off me.
ended up finding a new OB because obviously I did not feel comfortable being told I can only gain 10 pounds.
I love how she's like, I didn't feel comfortable with it, so I found a new OB. Well, no, they gave you your fucking options. So you decided you're going to gain more than 10 pounds. That's what it is. You decided that even though you're fat as fuck, you decided that you're going to gain more than 10 pounds no matter what, even though they already told you you're high risk, and that puts you even higher risk. I thought as long as the baby was okay, that's all that mattered. You see how you're full of shit? You see how you're completely full of shit? You decided you're going to gain more than 10 pounds over your pregnancy, even though the doctor told you that that would be bad for you and the baby. You don't give a fuck, apparently. So food is more important to you than your baby? Because that's what it sounds like to me. That your food addiction is even overriding your maternal instincts. That is a fucking problem.
during my pregnancy, or I'd hit their BMI limit and not be able to give birth there. So I immediately went onto my health insurance website and found who's accepted and looked up the best reviews and gave a call to this one place. And I immediately got really, really good vibes on the phone.
She should have worn that sweater again. The neck is fucking got a whole life.
And they had availability. It was funny when I called. I was like, "Hi, do you guys have a BMI limit?" And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "A body mass index limit?" And they're like, "No." I ended up going to that appointment this morning and switching.
God, her face is huge. 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 My God. She's a big woman.
Over. And honestly, I was such a nervous wreck all morning. I think as a plus size person, how
As a fat as fuck person, you are not plus size. You're twice the size you should be. You're multi-sized. You are multiple people sized. You are not plus size. You're multi-sized.
how anxiety provoking going to a new doctor can be, not knowing if they're going to be weight shaming or assuming things about you because of your size.
So let's talk about assuming shit about you about your size. What assumptions about your size are not true? That it puts you at high risk, that it was affecting your health. You've admitted to these things. So that's all true. That's all 100% true. Is that, you realize it's unhealthy because you got surgery because you realized you were unhealthy. Which, by the way, people, just incredible today. I don't know what's going on lately, but I've got 1,000 people between here and Twitter on live. Holy shit. Thank you all very much for showing up. That's some crazy shit. I appreciate you motherfuckers. But here we go.
You just never know. You just never know how it's going to be. And there's obviously really great doctors who can talk about weight in a healthy way and in an appropriate way. And then there's some that are just
Did she really say she has a baby bump yesterday? How the fuck would you know? Get the fuck out of here. That's so funny.
flat out mean. So you just never know what you're gonna get. So I was really nervous all morning, but I went to my appointment and oh my gosh, it was great. I absolutely loved the midwife that I met
So, in other words, that she found somebody that's going to tell her everything she wants to hear.
with. And the thing is, I'm able to continue to request her because I really connected with her.
This is very akin to when people doctor shop for drugs. Like, she couldn't get the high she wanted, or like in her case, the reinforcement that she's not the problem from one doctor. So she went to another doctor to get a different response. Right? The doctor she had been going to had been apparently very, very good. They told her one thing she didn't like to hear. So she went and found a new doctor, even though that's what the other fucking doctor told her to do because she's too fucking fat. Crazy, crazy.
I actually felt comfortable enough to tell her why I was switching practices and what had happened to me at the last one. And her reaction was literally, she went, "What?" She goes, wait, let me get this straight. They told you could only gain 10 pounds for your pregnancy and they have a BMI limit? And I was so grateful that she was just so empathetic. And she also,
Yeah, so this is nothing against midwives, but in reality, the doctors were telling her not to gain weight, and the midwife is like, "Oh, that's crazy." So call that what it is, but I'm sorry, but I got you, motherfucker. I'm sorry, but that's insane.
confirmed that she agrees that BMI is total crap because of muscle and fat. It's all about
Let's do waist to height ratio. You'll be fatter than fuck.
there's so many more other factors to health, and her agreeing with me on that and just co-signing
And her telling me and co-signing I was right. That's exactly what she did. She found somebody who would tell her the lies she wanted
my
to hear.
feelings and validating me was huge. I explained
This is right here too. Oh, we're back. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but so you're supposed to gain 25 pounds, and that is if you're already at a healthy weight. She is way more than at a healthy weight, like way the fuck more. So of course they're only gonna want you to gain 10 pounds.
all that had happened, and she was absolutely phenomenal. So I'm really grateful that it went well, because I was honestly prepared. I was mentally prepared for it to not go great, and I was prepared to have to continue to hunt to find a doctor that
You better be mentally preparing yourself for some shit not to go great here soon. Because now that you have found the people that are going to tell you exactly what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear, it's going to be fucking bad for you. Really fucking bad. Really bad. Grow up, woman. Grow the fuck up.
resonated and made me feel comfortable and, you know, accepted me, and didn't, you know, fat shame me essentially. And overall, so pleasant.
You should be ashamed. We're going to end it on this, okay? Because I can't fucking stand hearing her anymore. And I'm going to answer questions. I'll do Q&A. But this shouldn't be controversial to say, but you should be ashamed of being fat. It is a natural human response for mistreating your body to, in fact, then realize this was not wise. You should, in fact, be ashamed of being fat. You are hurting yourself daily with your gluttony. It is absolutely something you should not be proud of. You should absolutely be ashamed of it. You should not be proud of it. You shouldn't even be neutral about it. And that's what people say, like, oh, you just want people to hate themselves. No, I just don't want people to lie to themselves. Being neutral about being this unhealthy is very bad. Being neutral about it is very, very, very bad. It is fucking ridiculous to not be ashamed of being fat as fuck. It is childish, ridiculous, and horrible for society. It's insane. It's so bad. So bad. Anyway, I'll take some Q&A, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here. I don't believe she's 10 pounds away from the BMI cap. She's 5'7". That math. So, hey, apparently we got a little something going on with the internet, but I just wanted to tell everybody one more time, one last time, since I don't think I'm going to be able to get to do Q&A because this is fucking, this is fucked up. Oop, oop, hang on. I did see a question. What is the best way, what is the best way to come back, probably combat hormonal hunger? Well, make sure you're properly, you have proper sleep, stress relief, hydration, stay very, very, very hydrated. I would focus on protein forward first in the day. I mean, chances are there's going to be some hormonal hunger no matter what. But if you're already full, if you're already satiated, if you're already felt well hydrated and oh, we're back. So listen, last question, and then I'm going to go because I got one I got to run, and two, my internet seems to be having a little issue. I got to go adjust my Starlink. I think the puppies played with the cart. My question, I have a major problem with binge eating, sometimes bulimia, mostly binge on sugar. I am not overweight at all, but need to stop binging. Would you recommend no morbidity? I would recommend no morbidity, and especially since it's sugar, no morbidity and alchemy together. I would take no morbidity first thing in the morning. I would and hydrate your fucking ass off first thing in the day. And then I would take alchemy midday, alchemy right before your evening meal, and try to make sure that you get an ounce of fluid per pound of your body mass. 75% of that is before midday, before your first dose of alchemy, and then go from there. And if you need help, my name is Alan Roberts, and we do some coaching. I have helped thousands of people lose weight and keep it off. Here is the link to my link tree. So I hope everybody takes advantage of that. You can join our app. Yeah, I just didn't hook up the Ethernet to it, dude. I thank you though. I appreciate it, but no, I didn't. But and again, here is the links for that. So please check that out. And the average Gen Xer. Sorry you didn't get to keep the puppy today, Alan, but you're a strong black woman. I'll try to be strong for it. Thank you very much. So cute. If they come back, I'm stealing it. So, anyway, guys, my name is Alan Roberts. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate all the new eyes, all the new people watching. I like it very, very, very much. I will be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, between 1 and 2:30, probably some lives. And tonight, please do join us tonight. The MFing COO on Twitter. We are going to have actor and Hollywood star Matthew Marston on to talk about the dangers of Hollywood, what goes on behind the scenes, and what happened in 2020 with the whole Hollywood thing falling down. We're going to ask all sorts of crazy questions, and we're going to keep it going as long as we can. So please check us out there. Again, Matthew Marston of Black Hawk Down and of Rambo fame will be with us tonight. Goddamn.